Welcome. Welcome to the Timpanogos Hypnotherapy podcast. This is your host, Yoli Simons, a board-certified clinical hypnotherapist who's worked with people of all ages to ease chronic pain, stress, and emotional overwhelm. Today we are talking about fibromyalgia and how hypnotherapy can help change the way your brain and body experience pain. This episode is for you if you live with fibromyalgia or if you care for someone who does. It's part story, part science. Fibromyalgia affects millions of people worldwide, predominantly women. It's more than just muscle pain. It's deep fatigue, cognitive fog, and a body that overreacts to even gentle sensations. The medical world still debates its exact cause, but here is what we do know. Fibromyalgia is related to how the central nervous system processes pain. In a healthy system, pain signals come in and the brain regulates them. But in fibromyalgia, the system gets stuck on high, like a car whose brakes don't fully engage. Let me take you somewhere for a moment. Imagine waking up each day with pain already waiting for you. Not just in your muscles or joints, but deep aching fatigue, like your body is made of lead. Now imagine being told it's all in your head. But what if the mind isn't the problem? What if it's the gateway to healing? We are going to explore how the brain, the body, and the subconscious mind are intertwined, and how hypnosis can bring real relief not by magic, but by reprogramming the way pain is processed in the brain. This isn't just about calming thoughts or imagining yourself somewhere else. It's about reshaping the neural pathways that govern your perception of pain. When we enter a hypnotic state, the brain's connectivity shifts. Certain regions light up while others quiet down, allowing us to intervene in how pain signals are filtered and prioritized. This means we can actually interrupt the habitual loop of pain processing and introduce new patterns of perception, giving people not just relief, but agency. We are not masking pain. We are helping the brain redefine it. When someone is in hypnotic state, relaxed, focused, and open, the brain's pain perception pathways begin to shift. Studies using MRI scans show reduced activity in the brain's pain matrix during hypnosis. That includes the anterior cingulate cortex, somatosensory cortex, and insula, areas responsible for interpreting pain. One study published in the Journal of Pain found that fibromyalgia patients who received hypnosis sessions experienced significant lasting pain reduction. In fact, their improvements were greater than those in the control group receiving physical therapy alone. It's neurology. Hypnosis increases brain plasticity and creates new patterns, ones that can support comfort instead of pain. Let me introduce you to Sarah. Sarah was 40 when she came to me. She had been living with fibromyalgia for over a decade. She tried everything: painkillers, physiotherapy, even those meditation apps, and nothing made a dent. In our first session, she looked at me and said, "Please, just help me sleep." We started with gentle sessions. We began with a simple induction, guiding her into a state of deep focus and relaxation, where the brain's critical filter softens and the subconscious becomes more receptive. We started with gentle relaxation and guided imagery. She imagined her pain as a red energy, swirling heavy, slowly in the movement, replacing it with softness. Under hypnosis, the brain enters a state of focused attention, much like a meditative trance, more directed. Using MRI scans, researchers at the Stanford University found that in hypnotic states, activity in the part of the brain that helps you pay attention, the part that sends messages about what you feel, and the part that tells you where pain is in your body changes significantly. In short, hypnosis rewires how pain is processed. After a few sessions, Sarah began to sleep through the night. The pain was quieter, manageable. She said it felt like her nervous system had been turned down. Now, let me tell you another client who came to me. We are going to give the name of James. James was 55-year-old firefighter. He looked at me dead in the eye, and I remember that day, because I just remember so strong, so tough. He looked at me in the eye and said, "I don't believe in hypnosis." And I smiled. "That's okay," I told him. "You don't have to believe in gravity for it to work either. Just give me 30 minutes. I explained him that the conscious mind is logical and rational, and if he was going to get better, he needed to put his conscious mind on a break. I told him that he need to remove in that moment resistance and the logical and rational part aside. That cannot work here. He agreed, and we began. As he drifted into trance, I used a method that taps into the parasympathetic nerve system, the rest and digest state, muscles soften, breathing slow, and I just told James, to follow my instructions. James followed my instructions. He visualized strong, cool light washing through the pain. His body responded almost immediately. Shoulders softened, breath slow. When the session ended, James sat up slowly. He rolled his shoulders and said, "It's like the pain stepped back." He wasn't a believer in hypnosis. He just believed in what worked. And for him, it worked. Hypnosis doesn't need belief. It needs permission, a willingness to be curious. Now, let me tell you the story of another person who came to me, Lyla. Lyla was different. She was 32, newly diagnosed, and desperate to understand where her pain came from. With her, we used regression therapy, not into past lives, but into her own timeline. We trace back the emotional origins of her condition, a traumatic childhood, illness, hospital stays, and years of feeling unsafe in her own body. Through guided imagery, we gently revisited those moments, not to relive them, but to release them. Lyla cried in the session, and afterward she told me, "I didn't know my body was still holding onto that fear. I think my body was holding grief I never processed." That's not uncommon. Many fibromyalgia clients have a trauma history, emotional, physical, or medical. In our hypnosis work, Lyla revisited a memory where she felt helpless. We use a gentle technique called safe distancing, so she could observe the memory from a calm place. She didn't relive it. She rewrote the story. That's the thing. The body remembers what the mind forgets. And when we access the subconscious, we give the body permission to let go. Now you might be wondering, what does hypnotherapy session actually look like? It's not sleep, it's not mind control. It's a focused, relaxed state where the brain shifts from beta to alpha and sometimes theta waves. It's the language of the subconscious, where beliefs, habits, and yes, even pain pathways are stored. With the right techniques, We can plan new suggestions, ones that help the nerve system regulate, reframe the pain, and shift how the brain interprets discomfort. This isn't just an illusion or mind trick, it's a real example of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience. Even if pain has been present for years, the brain isn't fixed in how it responds. Instead, it can form new connections and pathways that change how pain is felt and interpreted. Through techniques like hypnosis, we help guide the brain to shift its response to pain, making discomfort less overwhelming and more manageable. If you live with fibromyalgia, you have probably told to just cope. Maybe you have heard phrases like, "it's what it is," or just learn to live with it. Maybe even by well-meaning doctors, friends, or family who simply didn't know what else to say. But coping is only one chapter of the story. Know the whole book. You are more than your diagnosis, and your body is more than a container of pain. I want you to know there is more than just coping. There is reclaiming your comfort, your connection to your body. There is the possibility of waking up and you're not feeling like you are at war with yourself. Hypnotherapy opens the door to that possibility, offering a path that honors your experience while giving your nerve system a new language to communicate healing. You are not broken. You are responsive, and that makes all the difference. I want you to know there is more than just coping. There is reclaiming your calm, your comfort, your connection to your body. Hypnosis can help you to rewrite the way you experience pain. It can also help the nerve system calm down, reduce stress responses that worsen pain, and create a new internal story around the body, one that centers on comfort, healing, and trust. The change isn't just in how you think about pain, but in how your body feels it. I have seen it again and again, and if you are ready to explore that, I'm here. Thanks for listening. If this episode moved you, share it with someone who needs hope today. And if you want to try hypnosis for yourself, reach out. I would love to guide you. Until next time, remember your mind is powerful, and healing doesn't always come from the outside. Sometimes it comes from within.